He wrestled for like 13 seconds. He just runs out there.
That's a smart man. That's a smart man.
He must be from Iowa.
Must be from Iowa. That's awesome. Welcome back. Colin C and Joe P. Today we got a good one today. So what we're doing is day in the life of Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins, WWE superstar of the entire planet, pretty much at this point. He's from Davenport, Iowa, so we figured, hey, it's a pretty cool little thing. We would be able to just kind of live his life. We want to eat his macros, eat his typical diet that he typically does. We got a couple other things that we'll end up doing because he actually owns a coffee shop here in the Quad Cities. Colin and I both love coffee, so we'll definitely be going down there. He does this Dead Boys Fitness is what it's called, kind of a CrossFit style approach of just staying fit throughout the course of the day. So we're gonna end up doing one of those. And we have a tie with Seth Rollins because 2015 he actually sponsored our CrossFit team. So he's actually a great dude. And like I said, he's from Davenport, so hey, maybe we'll run into him today. So let's go see what Colin's doing. So it's morning, we're getting breakfast done. I think Colin's already cooking it up.
Seth Rollins macros that we're following today, so of course I'm gonna cook up something for Joe and I to eat this morning because we're both starving. Both been up for a while, and Seth Rollins doesn't wake up all that early, so we're like, we got a lot more time than usual. He eats 2,900 calories a day, so he's on a pretty strict diet. 280 grams of carbs, 100 grams of fat, and then you got 220 grams of protein. So excellent macros, I love it. Very similar to mine, so pretty much gonna see eating similar to us, and we're gonna hit his macros as close as we can. One of the cool things about Seth Rollins is that he actually is from, and I think Joe already mentioned it, is from Davenport, lives in Davenport, sponsored our team like 5 years ago. So it was pretty much a no-brainer that our first day in the life needed to be of Seth Rollins.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty easy, right? Yeah, he doesn't wake up at 5 in the morning and like to rock all day and goes and golfs at 2:30 like whatever.
Mark Wahlberg.
Which those are a lot. I think a lot of those are a little built up, to be honest with you. Not saying they're fake, because I'm
probably
not those guys.
a little bit, yeah.
You know, this guy wakes up at 8 o'clock, goes and gets some coffee, works out.
Yeah. So, it's more realistic for your average person, in my opinion, honestly.
Absolutely. So we can definitely do that for sure. So in my breakfast sandwich, we've got 40 calories a slice of just light Italian bread. This is just carbs. Again, just having some carbs in there. You don't have to get crazy Ezekiel. You don't have to get all that stuff. We've got some cheese. If you don't have cheese on a breakfast sandwich, then you're disgusting. Then we've got some baby spinach because there's got to be some micronutrients in there. So baby spinach is the way to go. Some egg whites to add in some extra protein. We've got just some whole eggs that we will add in as well. You're looking at we're probably making about a 500 calorie sandwich, something in there, okay? Little tip for all you out there. You see the color of these egg whites? They're like orange. They're beautiful. They look amazing. Free range. They're awesome. You don't have to get it, but I tell you what, just when you start using these type of eggs, the difference between just what you'd regularly get at the store or your regular, carton, it's pretty insane. And the taste is way better.
Actually, one of our PT assistants, he has a bunch of chickens, and he brings me eggs all the time. All the shells are completely different colors, and yeah, the yolks are just totally different colors. I mean, it's night and day difference of free range, organic, whatever you want to call it, compared to your normal in the store stuff.
Bacon is officially finishing up. So what you do is you transfer it into the same pan that you're going to be doing your eggs in, and then you kind of start building your sandwich. Start building your breakfast sandwich in this pan on top of all your turkey and all your other ingredients. So then you just throw a couple slices on there, and you are good to go. One thing I love about Seth Rollins' diet here is that he doesn't have too much in the morning. It's just enough to get him by. You got a little bit of carbs, some protein, some fat, nothing too crazy. I think he eats a lot more during the day, especially when you're waking up at like 8 o'clock or something like that, you know?
A little later than when you used to, for sure.
I mean, we're up by 5 a.m. Let's be honest. If I sleep till 5 a.m., call the cops, 'cause something's wrong.
I'm usually a little bit later, maybe 5:30 or 6, but no later than 6 for sure. This morning, just like laying there. I'm like, all right, well, I'm Seth Rollins today. What do I do?
Beat the hell out of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually. Yeah. How do I stomp him?
You're exactly right. Alright, we gotta go find him.
Yep. On our way to 392 Coffee, and I guess Seth Rollins on his Instagram, WWE Rollins Instagram right there. He always gets a little espresso looking thing with a little cappuccino looking thing.
Is that cappuccino?
With a little water looking thing. It actually looks like my brother like this.
That's not is that at 392 or no?
No, this is.
Oh, that's what he gets.
This is what he always gets. I'm assuming they probably got something similar to this.
So he's saying we gotta drink a hot coffee. Yeah. I have not had a hot coffee in 10 years.
Today's the day. We're Seth Rollins, I guess.
392 hot coffee. Let's do it. All right, so we're heading down to 392 Coffee. It's pretty cool that he just put it down in the west end of Davenport, which is not technically considered the nice area. We're not in the Bettendorf area, but staying true to his roots. He's actually from Buffalo, so he's from about 10 minutes just west of here. Just a small town right on the river, just connected to Davenport. So he went to Davenport West High School, which we're going to drive by, but yeah, it's pretty cool thinking that he's actually from Buffalo, super small town, and yeah, he's obviously built a little bit of a following in his roots here, and it's pretty cool that he stayed around here.
He actually has several 392 locations now. He's got this one. He has the one over on Utica, which is like basically Davenport, Bettendorf border there. Mm-hmm. Does he have any other ones, or is that just those two?
Clinton. I think he invests in it. I don't know if he actually owns it. I don't know how that works. I don't want to speak things that I don't know about, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's just part of it some way, somehow.
Silent investor, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Did we just make it unsilent? I don't know. So up here, you guys are going to see the high school he went to and the high school I went to for half of my high school career. Was West High School right here. Joe's gonna run this red light. I appreciate that. So right here, this is the high school he went to. It's actually the biggest one in Davenport, and it was the biggest one in the state for a while. It had a crap ton of kids, and yeah, the Davenport West High Falcons. Yep, we used to beat the crap out of him when I left, but you know, Seth was older than me, so we never got to face each other in any sports.
How much older is he? How old is Seth?
I think he's 4 years older than me. I want to say that I would have been a 9th grader, but he became a freshman in college type of thing.
I think you're right.
So he's 4 years, so he's probably, what, 7 years older than you? 6 years older than you?
Yeah, I'm 28.
So I'm 30.
Yeah, so 6?
Yeah, 6 years older than you. Turn harder. Harder, you gonna miss it. You gonna miss it.
Yeah,
oh, he got it. 3rd time. It took this man 3 times to parallel park in a spot he could have just pulled in. All these old ladies over here laughing at us.
It's alright. They can't see this.
Alright, hey, we're at 392. Let's get some hot coffee. Wow, what's up? What's up, big guy?
Two more coming, so I'll have plenty more chance.
That is extremely pretty. That is extremely well done.
He was trying to get me on it, like some sort of sponsorship thing to even out. Spoon to just get a little flavor on your tongue, so the bitterness doesn't hit you too. Get a little taste. If you go straight to the Cortado, it'll be too much. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful flavor.
That's actually
very good. Yeah, if you drink at all red wine at all, then you can get a taste for espresso. They're very similar.
You drink red wine?
No.
Dude, I can't do it. I can't do red
I
wine.
don't drink wine, but I do drink quite a bit of espresso, so.
If you're into espresso, then you're okay.
Yeah, this is cool.
Now that'll be sweet as hell.
That is delicious.
Is it?
That is delicious.
That'll taste like a dessert after the espresso.
That is delicious.
So you put the whole espresso down.
I do, yeah.
I think if you dip some honey in that with some cinnamon, a little bit of ice.
Milk?
All right, just had coffee. He's gonna teach his class up a little bit. We've got to go get lunch, and we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A because he doesn't make anything while he's home. And we're a lot of calories and a lot of protein behind. We're gonna do about 800 calories. We're gonna do a grilled chicken sandwich and a medium fry. He eats more towards the end of the day, so we're gonna have over double our calories left at the end of the day. We've still got another workout, and then we're gonna get rolling after that. So Chick-fil-A it is. All right, we are way behind in calories, and we only have about 45 minutes, so we came back to the YouTube studios to eat really quick. We got 800 calories even, medium fry. We've got a grilled Chick-fil-A grilled sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some Chick-fil-A sauce too. Might add a couple extra calories. You know, one thing we were talking to Seth Rollins about is the timing of his meals. And he said he usually eats like his lunch at like 5 o'clock or something.
Yeah,
after he's
later.
done working out, has his protein shake, eats it later, and then he has another meal after he puts puts his kid to bed. So like 10 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
So that is gonna debunk your don't eat after 7 p.m. type of deal. I mean, this man's shredded and jacked and stuff, so.
He eats all of his calories after 5, pretty much. All right, guys, pre-workout meal is finished. A little bit of Chick-fil-A. We have tons of calories still left. We're gonna go down right now, work out against Seth. I think we're gonna beat him. Hopefully we get him in this one. He's got a good workout plan for us, and then we'll be back for dinner after that. It's been probably 6 months for me.
It's been a while for me too.
No.
I don't think it's gonna go very well. So luckily it's on the 2-minute.
Yeah.
Give us some time to probably fail some reps.
This is why it's good to mess around with other people's programming and have someone else doing something for you, though, because you do stuff you usually wouldn't think about. Here's one of them. We don't snatch no more.
All right, so what we're doing right now is a complex on the 2-minute for 12 minutes, so 6 rounds. 1 power snatch, 1 hang power snatch, and then 2 hang squat snatches. Ah, daddy can't hang.
Here's the last one. Oh, we still got a wad left. Still got a wad left. Let's get it. Good or bad.
Just a little caveat here, throwing it out there. Mr. Seth Rollins has never beat either of us in a workout. Don't plan to start today.
Streak stays alive.
I was like, oh man, maybe I'll try to keep up. I'll be all right. I'll keep up. And then I was like, no, I'm not.
I was trying to keep up with him.
I was
so.
kaput, dude.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, seriously.
Let me know if you need anything else. All right.
Hey, stay next to me. Take care.
So by now you know that we know Colby decently, and he's a craft beer guy. So Joe and I, we are not craft beer guys, but we're gonna grab some craft beers. 99% lean, much protein as possible. Let's get this pizza rolling.
Mixed with our beer. We're making pizzas, by the way. I don't know if we talked about that, but we're gonna make some pizzas. Throw that ground turkey breast on top of there. Roll it up.
Let's do it.
Is that it?
All right, so on to dinner. We are going to make Colby's favorite dinner. Just kidding. Colby doesn't make his own dinner usually. He's usually got something prepackaged that already have his macros laid out for him. But we know his macros, so we're gonna make our meals fit into his macros. So the pizza's coming up in 3, 2, 1. Rolling here just because we need a bunch of protein left for the day. We haven't had much time to eat, so we actually have a pretty good amount of calories left. So this should help us with that, with the pizza, and then we're gonna have to eat something probably a little bit later on our own. But it was a great day. I mean, that dude is a stud, awesome guy. Talk a little bit more about it here in a second. We're gonna put a little spice on there. Just a little bit of heat. A little bit of heat. Know you're eating something, you know what I'm saying?
All right, Colby said he loves sour, so we looked for the coolest looking sour. We got the Wizard Sour Ale 1 pint. We're gonna try these, and then we got that other one too in there, so we'll see how these goes.
We're gonna rate them, 1 through 10. Dave Portnoy style.
Yep. 1 sip, everybody knows the rules.
You give me one?
I got you one.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so at first, 1 sip, everyone knows the rules. It tastes like someone took a Coors Light and they took some of those sour warheads, stuck a couple in there, let it sit for a couple days, and then just drained all the flavor out of all the Coors Light flavor and left the airhead in there, or the warhead in there. I'm gonna give it a very solid and genuine 5.1.
I mean, this is.
That's on the high end.
I mean, it's like I'm just eating old nerds or something, like old sour nerds in a can. I mean, I'm gonna go 3.4.
Oh.
And you get a 2.0 if it's got alcohol in it. I mean, that's bad. Okay, so.
Sorry, Colby, but this one ain't gonna do it for us. Hopefully the next one's maybe a step above this.
We got two chances though.
We have 2 chances, yeah. You know, and he did say, hey, it's more of an acquired taste.
Yes, he did say that.
So this taste is not acquired to us as of right now.
No.
Maybe by the end of this it'll acquire, but who knows?
Why don't you guys throw it down in the comments? What's your favorite beer? Is it a sour? Is it a craft beer? Or is it the normal Coors Light like everybody else?
All right, guys, round 2 on the beers. We have an IPA. Okay, we got the Gold Cliff IPA. This is the family of the Kona. We actually drink quite a bit of the Kona Big Wave, which is pretty solid. So I'm expecting big things out of this bad boy. Oh yeah, that one's not bad. That one doesn't feel like an IPA. I don't know what an IPA feels like really. I don't drink them, but this one doesn't feel very IPA-ish to me. Very, very beautiful flavor with the pineapple and the natural flavors that are added. So So for me, I'm gonna give it a good 6.8. I'd probably have another one, but you know, it's still an IPA. So
It's got 7.2% alcohol.
that it does.
That's
7.2.
double Coors Light, damn near. You know what? I don't mind this. I don't hate it. I don't mind it. It's not as like I'm gonna hop out of the bottle because it's so hoppy, but it's definitely jumping a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. Lavish Wraps, you guys know us. Lower calorie sauce. Half a pizza for you.
Boom, baby. All right, guys. So basically, we want to recap the day. We lived the life of an extremely famous person all over the world. Everyone knows who Seth Rollins is, right? But in actuality, this dude lives a low-key lifestyle when he's home. He's just chilling. He's a regular dude. I mean, super down to earth, the nicest guy you'll ever meet from Davenport, Iowa,
By
right?
far.
So,
Technically Buffalo.
Buffalo, Iowa, which
Yeah.
is connected to Davenport.
Yeah. And something that may surprise some is that even Joe and I, when we decided to do this, we thought it'd be more of a crazy video. I actually first texted Colby, and I'm like, hey man, what do you usually do on your normal day? Is it 5 a.m.? What do you do from 5 a.m. to 8? What do you do from here to here? Literally, he texts us back. He's like, whoa. He's like, chill out, man. He's like, I've been burning the candle at both ends for 17 years. He's like, I chill out now. If I get up before 8, then it's a rare day, you know. He wants to be home now. He's got a kid now. He's just got other priorities. So
he's just in a different stage of his life,
Yeah.
where he's worked so hard for so long, which is fantastic. He's done, you know, clearly phenomenal for himself. This dude's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when he has these days off, technically when he's not traveling, which is, I mean, pretty much every week, he can kind of do that, which is fantastic. It's good for him.
And honestly, what you think about, you don't think about him being, you think about him being famous and doing all these things, but I don't think anybody said anything to him. We were around a lot of people. No one's, I mean, it was just a normal dude. You'd have no idea.
Yeah, there's no paparazzi or anything,
there's
nothing like that.
It's nothing like that. So that was kind of cool and welcomed. What I thought was probably my favorite part of the entire day was we were working out at his gym, and there was one guy using the clock, one dude, and I don't know if he knew exactly what he was doing fitness-wise. I think we could.
It kind of looked like a burpee, but
I don't know if it was a burpee or not, but we could have gave him some help. And the first thing Colby went up to him and said, because we were about to start our workout, he's like, "Hey, are you using the clock?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I'm using the clock, but go ahead and change it." He's like, "Oh no, we'll start on a minute." I mean, that's the kind of dude he is. He owns his gym.
Owns it. I mean,
insanely famous, and some nobody guy comes up and talks to him, and he changes his plan to go off of this guy's plan so he can keep using the clock. Like, that is
you just don't
unbelievable.
see that. You don't see that everywhere. I mean,
No.
I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or what, but I mean, you know, if you were in maybe a New York or an LA
Yeah, I
or
don't
something
know.
like that, I feel like you just simply don't get that type of like, hey, no problem, buddy. You keep doing your thing. I'll just adjust around you. That's awesome, man. I love that. I seriously love that fact about this man, is that he has made it to the tippy top of his career, you know, and of like the highest high of the WWE, and he's just still a cool dude.
you have no idea, no difference.
Nope.
And you know, his day is as truthful as you can get. He doesn't mess around. He wants to be around his family.
Dude, what about his eating though?
His eating.
His eating's different, man. I mean,
this guy's eating. It sucks. Not that it's bad. Mimicking
it's tough.
I mean, it's
well, and it's tough for a couple reasons, because our day is usually like 5 to 5:30 is when we wake up, and like I'm usually in bed by like 8:30 or something like that to start my next day at 5 or 5:30. He's kind of shifted the other direction, where he's like up at 8:30, and he's going to bed at 11:30 or something. So again, we talked about it earlier, he gets most of his 2 meals actually, like one around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then one around 8:30 or 9 o'clock, where he gets most of his calories. That's the opposite of kind of what I do almost. It's kind of insane. So that was tough for us to try to replicate, and that's what we're doing right now, of course. But yeah, it was interesting.
And his diet, his macros are on point. Almost exactly what I eat, to be honest with you. He does a little bit more fat, a little less carb, but pretty much dead on calorie-wise. So I can see why he stays so lean and why he's you know, so efficient in his workouts and things like that. His calorie content is pretty much perfect, I think.
All right, Colin, so let me ask you, one takeaway from living as Seth Rollins. What do you got?
My one takeaway is probably that I am amazed by how many people try to recreate like The Rock's lifestyle, Mark Wahlberg's lifestyle, these crazy, insane lifestyles. But in all actuality, they probably don't live every day like that. That's probably one day or one training session or one section of their life for a movie role or something. And this is real life. This is really what these famous super uber celebrities do, and these athletes. This is the real stuff. So that's one thing that my biggest takeaway is they're all normal people. He's a normal dude.
Good takeaway.
It's that simple. He's a normal dude. So he treated us like it was family, like we were normal people, like we've known him forever, which we have. And I felt like we were just hanging out, working out like we do any other day. What about you? What's your biggest takeaway?
I think honestly is the eating. The eating for me, I feel like you're ingrained since you're born that you have to eat a certain way to look a certain way, right? And people take that in many different directions, but for him, it's very obvious that if you stick to some type of macros or you count something or measure something and you stay relatively fit, because the dude works out 1 hour a day.
1 hour a day.
That's it. And he moves pretty much the whole hour. I mean, you guys saw it. It was pretty cool. But to stick to something like that works for you specifically, you can achieve whatever you want, you know, physique-wise or
Absolutely,
anything.
yeah.
So I think that's my takeaway from the day, because I don't eat that much, you know, that late at night or in the afternoon, but
No.
it works clearly.
Absolutely, it does. All right, everyone. So, if you got something out of this video, if you learned and you've ever seen a more authentic day in the life than this one, go ahead and like and subscribe, because you have not. Let's be honest. We want to give a big thank you to Colby and just letting us be dudes with him, like
Thanks,
he always has. Other than that, if you guys have any comments, any questions below about it, go ahead and drop them. We will answer everything we possibly can, and we appreciate you guys being with us today.
Till next time.
Peace.